down, go get him. The way he break down your team, it's like you stiff as a board and got no rhythm. Your shots got no lift in it. Get blocked like an Olympic flip. Cross you out your socks on some ninja shit. Ankle bully, crossover, breaking your ankles fully. Ligaments popping.
Hey, happy holidays, everybody. Hope you've been staying safe. It's your boy Shake. Got some more 2K gameplays for you guys. Let's dive into it. And for today's video, this is the build I'll be using, my two-way three-point shot creator. I'm just noticing that today is Wacky Wednesdays. And yeah, if you play out here in the city, it's 2 times rep. I think you gotta wear an NBA jersey to get that popping, but get out there and hoop, man. Time to get some 2 times rep. This is what the build is looking like. Not much of an update. Probably not gonna go beyond 98 overall. I have since made 2 new builds. One definitely for season 3, and I should have that one at 99 real soon. And a second one. I made another one that's gonna be primarily for season 4. And it's another one that's similar to this one of my favorite types of builds to make, but we'll discuss those builds in a near future video. And also, don't forget to do your daily pick'em. If you can predict it correctly, there's a lot of free VC you can earn from here. I'm actually doing this part of the video so I can remember to do it myself. As you guys know, week 1 or week 6 is usually comp week in the rec center. It's either a lot of good teams are back in the rec center, repping up for the first time to start the new season and get some new rewards, or in week 6, they're rushing to hit level 40 to get that final reward or that level 39 extra badge. So that's when it usually gets kind of crazy in the rec centers. My man Lotto gets the stash block. Too bad my boy Snap just fails to finish the play. Gotta dunk it with your right hand or 2 hands for safety. And as a result of all that extra smoke in the rec, you're gonna have some really good gameplays, and I'm clearing my hard drive right now, so I wanted to share with you guys some really good ones towards the end of last season. This one right here is kind of the warm-up before the comp game when you're not playing a team that's really good, and if you start blowing teams out, you get caught off guard when a real team shows up. And a lot of times we switch to our new builds or we try out new animations, and then you be forgetting that, hey man, it's week 6, or you know, it's time to step up. We might have to do something here. Trust me, it's happened plenty of times when we got caught off guard, bringing new builds, trying new things out, thinking it's just the regular day at the rec center, and then it turns out to be some serious comp. As my man misses this shot, how could you miss that? Hey. And look at this, what are you doing, Snap? How? Man. You gotta make this. Unbelievable. Dang. And before we go any further, man, is it just me, or is the next gen version of 2K23 nearly impossible to break ankles on? I've only been able to stumble people, and even when I watch the top 10 highlights, I rarely see anybody get their ankles broke to where they fall on the ground. 2K, you gotta bring that back, especially for us shot creators. I'm not talking about stumbles, I'm talking about dropping people to the ground. That's a fun factor part of the game that's missing from 2K23. Anyway, let me know in the comment section if you guys have been having more success, maybe with a smaller build. Maybe I'll try to make one or something like that for maybe season 4 or something. Now on to the real game. So here we are getting ready to play what looks like to be a really good team. And I'm usually at this point in time just rushing to get level 40 done. Figure jump into the rec center, knock out a few teams, rep up really fast. Then you run into something like this. Down 5-0, I'm in an ISO. We got the 5-out setup. I'm gonna establish that I can score inside to pull the center in. And also to kind of figure out what kind of defense they're running. As we can see right here in the first quarter, they're full court pressing us. That's an early indication that they don't respect you because they don't have to care about positioning. Because as you can see, they're in a 2-3 zone. And they don't care about having to be in that zone, so they can just go ahead and press you. Recognizing the zone, we're gonna spread the offense into a 5-out set, bait the drive so we can hit the hash. Shot. In this next possession, they're gonna go man, which means they're communicating with each other. And now it's up to me to prove that I can beat their best defender to the rim or step back for a jump shot. I just have to score to start making them decide to change up their defense. Down 15-5, I want them to play my way. I don't want their defense to dictate my offense. So I score there just to let the center know that I am willing to score. And this is when I send my best slasher on a backdoor cut because I see the center baiting and recovering. Now we've had a really bad start. And even though offense is starting to come together, defense is still struggling. But all we have to do is remain calm and run the offense the way it's supposed to be run. Right here, I see the 2-3 zone is slightly broken. The defender on the right is going to try to block my lane to the rim, leaving another hash shooter wide open.
There you go.
Now they're going to use a very similar tactic using a screen. Picking me off makes one of my defenders help, which leaves them with a wide open shot to end the quarter. When you're down this bad, you tend to make even more mistakes. But instead, we express disappointment without cussing each other out, because we want to keep everybody focused so we can make this comeback. Now, my build can run the offense, but can also set the tone on defense. And in my mind, we're not going to start playing good defense until that starts happening. And right here, down by 16, we caught someone flopping. And sometimes that's all you need to get everyone to sit up in their chair and focus. So they're going to live with the 2-3 zone until we start to beat it. So I'm going to delay my jump, get a quick bucket. Not a good idea to run a pick and roll with the guard setting screens, because that brings me up with my 95 steal, and I can easily break that up. Down 18-30, we're going to catch them switch from man back into zone. Ends up being too late. My man Lotto knocks down the jumper. Good shot. Let's go. Now here's where that 12-point lead ego begins to kick in. They're not in the zone correctly, leaves my best slasher a clear path to the basket. This is all because they choose the full court press with one man, leaving their entire defense in disarray, unable to fully set up in the defensive set that they need to stop us.
Let's go.
Once again, my boy Cap finds himself wide open in the paint again. This forces the help, everyone's scrambling. Now I'm wide open for a three, and I knock it down. Now they're gonna run a pick and pop, leaving my boy Cap out on the perimeter, which ain't a good look, leads to a wide open three. Next possession, we catch him slipping, switching from zone to man, and it leads to another wide open three for me. Going into halftime, discussing what we could do better, primarily what we could do better on defense. And once again, they're still setting up a zone defense with one guy completely out of position, which leaves my biggest target with a direct line to the rim. This mistake is going to continue to cost them, because they're never quite able to set up that defense, and it always leaves my biggest target to just push his way right to the rim for an easy dunk. Now we're playing man with our two best defenders guarding their best ball handlers. Too much cocky dribbling leads to a wide open swift assist. Next possession, their three-point shooting point guard gets wide open, so our big man comes out, gambles, knowing that it's gonna be a three anyway, so you might as well challenge that shot. And because he mistimed it, it led to a bucket. Down by three, they throw a wayward pass over the middle, easy steal. I could lob it here, but I just wanted to guarantee that bucket, didn't want to take the risk. Right here, dribbling behind screens, they ran a successful pick and roll, but my man Cap slaps it over the backboard, again with another wayward pass. And that would end the third quarter. Down by 14, crossing between two defenders, knocks down a big shot. Launching the ball up court, they get it stolen, leads to a wide open shot from my big man who can hit from anywhere. And we continue to increase the lead. Look at Lotto playing on that line, gets another inbound steal, leads to a fast break lob, and it's showtime. Now they're just playing hero ball, shooting whatever, throwing the passes up. You could tell they might be arguing amongst themselves. Going down by 20 when they had things in order, defense is just out of place. That 2-3 zone just can't protect the hash. And we can identify those easy opportunities, easy wide open threes all game. We just have to stay poised. Don't argue with each other, just stay focused. We'll figure it out, find some holes, some seams, some broken areas on defense, and eventually take the game over. And when the game is out of reach, now you flop. They can't even inbound. Anyway, we end up finishing the game 81-60. Moral of the story is, stay focused and don't celebrate too early. So that's the end of today's video, man. I did read the comments in the previous videos where you guys were saying you would definitely like to see me play some other games from time to time. So I'm gonna try to dabble into a few things. You guys have to support those videos. I don't want to put that much time into playing them and editing them for you guys not to check it out. So it's your boy Shake as always. Smack that like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.